Hello, everybody. It's Gloria from Gigi the Crochet Queen. Welcome back to my channel. And tonight is Crochet and Crime shows. So I hope you all are ready. I came on early so that if someone's on, I can chit chat before I have to click on the show. Hey, Shatika, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. Blessings to you as well. Hope you did a thumbs up. And to Dr. Katrina, thank you for your continued membership. And I hope some others will join her. This is a new year. And for all of my new subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for my returning subscribers, thank you for returning. All right, let's see who joins me. What am I doing? Making a mess?
Sign up faster than your dogs can ruin your favorite.
Amazes me. I turn it down and it still comes up. Hey, Patty, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining me. Are you ready for 2020? There's some kind of skating on NBC tonight. All I saw was skating. I don't know if it's a part of the Olympics or one of those specials. So I watch YouTube on my television, and I just let it roll from one tutorial to another one. But it's one tutorial that I saw on this cute hat, and I was making it the last time we were on. And I've made all of this progress just to find out I did it wrong. So it's red. It doesn't look red there. It looks actually it looks pink there, but I don't know what color you all see. But me looking in the screen, it looks pink. But anyway, it's red. So I kept wondering, what is this little tail for? Then I came across the same hat pattern for a different crocheter and realized that tail shouldn't be there. So I should have been working that tail as I went on. So I started a new one. Now this is magenta. Let's see. Yeah, now you can tell that it's definitely red. Okay. Didn't look that color. So I was looking at this. I was like, oh, I can keep going. It'll just have a really short, but it needs a little longer crown part. So I am gonna continue with the magenta so that it comes out right. Where am I? It's just a repeat, one row repeat, two row, because you change the crown part every other row. But I can't wait to get it finished. I did finish the butterfly cardigan, but I need to block it. And it's very heavy because I used the, what was it? The big twist and single crochets, and that big butterfly is very heavy. And I'm here in South Florida. If I'm ever able to wear it, I would have to go somewhere where it's really cold, because even having it on my lap made it really hot. So, and I'm wearing my University of Miami because they won last night. So they're going to the championship after 20 years. They are going to the championship game. I am so excited. I actually looked at the prices of tickets and I said, I will be passing. I'll watch it on television. Hopefully it won't be on ESPN. It better be on a regular channel. So I don't get I'm supposed to get ESPN through the Hulu thing that's on my phone, but I don't see it. Thank you so much, Patty. It was so much work. Oh, I forgot to write down. Where's my thing? I was supposed to write when I finished it. Well, actually, today is when it's completely finished, because I extended the sleeves. So let me write today's date so I can know exactly how long it took me to finish that. So I started the back panel on December 19th and I finished it on the 30th of December. And then I started the left front panel, or the right, whichever one it was. Yeah, the left panel. I started the left panel the same day on the 30th, and I finished. I just write the cardigan is finished except for the buttons. I went on eBay and ordered butterfly buttons because at first I was going to do a zipper, and then I was like, no, I'm going to do a butterfly. Just a butterfly. I thought that would be cute. Let me see. Finished 1926. Yay. So I'm glad the big project is finished. And I thought about doing it in the 3-weight yarn. It'll be a lighter yarn. I was like, that was too much work. And I'll be going back to work soon, so I won't have time to do a big project like that again. It'll be a while before I can do a huge project like that again, where I can at least be focused enough to remember what I'm doing. But it would probably definitely, well, once I block it, it'll, loosen up the yarn, and it'll be a little bit more comfortable to wear. But it's still going to be hot. For here, it's going to be hot. Look at that. All that belly I got. One day I'll lose it. I finished my bride gown. Oh, in pink last night. Now another wedding outfit for my great niece. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. See, I don't have to worry about doing all that. Well, she's not blood niece, but I call her my niece. Got married last August. I just watched it from afar. They streamed it, so I watched it that way. And I crocheted the dress that I wore actually for my birthday was the dress that I was crocheting to wear to the wedding. But it all turned out. Matter of fact, I haven't worn that dress since my birthday. And I got to put one of the buttons on. One of the buttons came off. I got to put that. Oh, where is that button? Now that I think about it. It is almost, I don't even know what 2020 is about. I started watching a series on Prime called Murdered at First Sight. OMG. Well, it started with the story I had already seen because I live in Florida, and it was a big story in Florida. And it was really sad. And then they did one in England that was even sadder. And so now this other one is I don't know where it is, somewhere in America. I can't think of what the city is. Obviously a city I don't know. I'm quite creative. No, I'm good at reading patterns or following instructions. All right, it's coming on. I'm going to go to mute. Nope. That was just a preview. It keeps me busy. Keeps me out of trouble. I watched something, some other crime show I watched. I want to say it was 48 Hours, but now I can't even remember what it was or what it was about. There's so many stories in my head. I get them all mixed up. I got my popcorn, got a glass of wine, and some water, and my crochet. I'm good. This hat's going to take a minute. I like going in the round more than going lengthwise, because lengthwise to me seems to take forever and ever and ever. My one of my yarny friends sent me a video from, it's on Instagram. This lady, she's a teacher, and her sister crocheted her a caterpillar, I think it was. No pepper. No pepper. We can't do pepper. Because every time I use the pepper, I'm coughing. So no pepper. I think if I did the pepper, I think I would have to put it with it. Okay, now it's coming on. Well, oh, Annie Ray, hi, hello, how are you? Thanks for joining us. This will be a interesting one, 20-year-old case. It's way back when, if they kept any of the DNA, it's a miracle. And with the bad weather and everything, lots of stuff gets destroyed. So, but this will be interesting to see how this one is found. Because I think it was, I can't remember which one of those serial people was found by DNA after it was a cold case. I know it, but I think that's a bit much. It's like they don't have to hire you either. Today you're going to be the police. Tomorrow you're going to be an EMT firefighter. It's good to have the knowledge. I wonder how they rotate them, because they have to stay up on that stuff, especially the medical part of it. That's an inch. I don't think I've ever seen a city like that. You either have a lot of them have volunteer fire departments. I think like smaller cities have volunteer fire departments, but have all three of them. So you don't apply for a police officer. You apply for all of them at one time. Interesting. We're having a fight in our city if we're going to keep our police department or start our own. Because the police department wants more money. Either way, they're going to have to spend money. Because even if they go back to their own police department, they're still going to have to spend money to train people, hire people, all of that. One way or the other, we're going to be spending money, paying money. Has anybody watched Will Trent? I didn't think I was going to like it, and I started watching. I was like, oh, okay. This is interesting. Now I'm hooked. Him and his little bug-eyed little dog. I don't know what kind of dog that is. I don't think it's a Chihuahua, but it's a tiny little dog with really big eyes. Boy, that's crazy. It's scary how there's no safety net. You think you just safe, she's safe. Let me get back home so I don't miss curfew. Very scary. Let me see. Am I saying that? Is that Annie Ray? Can't even see. Let me look down here. I can see that better. And work on this hat, and then I'm going to go back to the red one. And I think instead of doing a skirt, because that yarn is going to be heavy too, I might make another hat with I might do that. I should start that. But I have to finish this one first, because that is my problem. I start too many projects. When I have a big project, I always start a smaller project anyway, something I can get done. It's the fulfillment of finishing something. And when I'm working on a big project, I usually do a little one, so I can feel like I'm finishing something. I don't know if I just don't like going long lines up and down, up and down. It's so tedious for me. There was another hat pattern, but as I said before, the what's the word? Them trying to say it in English was really weird. So I have to watch it again so I can figure out what the heck they're trying to say. I did my what not sale again tonight for the American Girl doll clothes. Nary a sale. So I'm slowly putting things back into my Etsy shop and just let it sit there. And I'll just start whittling back off of doing the whatnot sales, because obviously whatever I have to sell, they are not trying to buy. I had 11 people that saved the show, and 4 people actually showed up. So that's what that is. Oh, you're on a blanket roll? No, I haven't done a blanket in a long time. I tell you, I'm on number 3 in less than 4 weeks. Wow. I don't know. I would be on like the third hat, but not a blanket. You are a fast crocheter. I cannot wait to find out who did this. What the oh, I know what it was. What was I watching? Oh, I know. There's some author that just started a show on CBS. I can't remember his name. Coben, something like that. Actually, I just watched a movie or a series or whatever on Prime that is from, I think, adaptation from his book, one of his books. It was a crazy one, to say the least. Why can't I think of his name? But I watched it, and he did the story about another crazy story that I actually had seen years ago on what do you call it? Snapped. But watching him, it really didn't make me want to like watch him every week. I don't know. I said I give him that day, and then I'll watch it again next week just to see if he captivates me, but not really. That's gonna be funny. The talk shows of the 90s. I'll watch. I might watch it. You know why I can't think of that man's name? But apparently he writes a lot of books. And apparently he's someone I've never read because I cannot remember his name. Whew. Yeah, I feel for the girl. Before she passed away and lost her mom. That's crazy. That is crazy. 20 years later? Woo. Well, like they say, they don't stop. They just get caught. 20 years that man had to walk around with that over his head. That's why you tell your children, tell the truth. Tell the truth. Don't tell lies. I'll be here all day long. I want to finish this weekend. I don't think I'm going to do it again. And a lot of these really cute hats start with the band. And again, something I don't like doing. I don't like doing bands. I think they take forever. At least for me, they take forever. Because I'm not the fastest crocheter in town. We had a little bit of rain today, just a smidge. And I see the other states are having terrible weather. I'll take our little bit of rain in our cool weather because it's not hot. It's nice cool weather now. I think today it may have been, I think I just did I did a slip stitch. I think today it was in the, had to be in the 70s. I don't think it was, because it wasn't cold. But it wasn't really hot either. So I'm thinking it was high 70s. Or maybe just at 80. I can't even remember. I just know it was nice weather. I went to return a pair of jeans at Costco. Our Costco is so busy now compared to what it was a few years ago. It is absolutely ridiculous now. Well, I guess it's good for Costco though, because their memberships went up. And I see there's more Canadian tags, so I guess they're slowly trickling, I can't say it, trickling down from Canada. I was on a thread, what is it? Was it on Reddit? And a lot of Canadians were saying they were never coming back to the U.S. with all the foolishness going on here. I said, well, that's some economy. That's some dollars that Florida is going to miss. So he would come here and stay for at least 6 to 8 months. This is their, we call them snowbirds. Oh boy. I'm just muted and talking away. Yeah, I just figured I was muted. But I was saying it's amazing how much information they can find on you when they go through your trash can. But I try to shred everything that has my name on it. And matter of fact, that one crazy um, crime show that the author um, did, that's one of the ways that they caught the girl. This girl was catfishing herself, basically. But she wasn't catfishing herself, but she was catfishing the people and using someone else's name. And her mom, they were all in on it. The mother, the father, the daughter. It was a crazy thing. But they were shredding all of this information. And they still had bags and bags of shredded stuff. And I think they started putting the paper, because like shredders now, they shred for real. Back then they just like shred, and you get long strips, so you could pretty much put the paper back together again and see exactly what's written on it. But it was the craziest thing that the whole family was caught up in this. Just, I don't know what the heck people are thinking. They just don't want the other people to live in peace. So the daughter was writing all this crazy stuff. Mm, I think the father just was being fed the craziness, and but the mother knew what was going on. But they gave him feed. That's a lot of times women use men that way, tell them all kinds of crazy stuff because they know how the man is going to react. Because men are quick to take somebody out if they feel threatened or someone has been slighted, because they got the quick trigger. Not all men, but that's their quote unquote way of protecting. I think Hollywood has ran out of shows because now they're bringing back old shows. I've never watched Scrubs, but it is coming back. Bridgerton is got a new season coming. If you are a Bridgerton person, I love Bridgerton. Oh boy. But you know what that tells you? That department has a lot of money. Some other departments, they wouldn't have gone to those extremes, flying to another place, all that. That's why there's so many cold cases, because departments don't have that kind of money to investigate. Mhm. Yeah, that's a good thing. He has a curious mind. So I have a curious mind too. That's why I like crime shows. 'Cause I like to know what triggers, what brings somebody to do the stuff that humans do to other humans. I get in a fit of anger, or to protect yourself, but just to sit and think and plot and know that's what you're going to do. That's the stuff that boggles my mind. That's why I don't like psych. Too much manipulation. I think that's the first Tylenol commercial I've seen in a long time. What kind of sandwich is that? Ugh, doesn't look like something I want to eat. Let me think. I watch all my surroundings. I do too. I am the same way. My daughter used to walk at night all the time. Now I say to her, you have to stop doing that. There's too many crazy people out there. And then she went from that to walking with her headphones on. And I told her, I said, you can't walk with those things on. You got to be aware of your surroundings. You don't know who's going to come up behind you, because you got those big old headphones over your ears in your own world. You don't know who's watching you. Ah, of course, when she was young, she thought I was, what do you call it? An old lady. Well, one down, one to go. Unfortunately, the one down is a goner already. He looks like he did a lot of bad stuff in his lifetime. Those shoes, I don't think I've ever seen shoes like that. I don't remember shoes like that way back when. I remember the platforms, but never, because that's a thick rubber bottom. I don't remember that. Yeah, I like this. I like this. I'm trying to, and she had a really small foot, but she obviously was a short person. That's probably why she wore those big old thick shoes. Oh, did you? Hmm. I can't even recall seeing shoes like that. But down here in South Florida, most of the shoes that we wore were sandals. We wore the platform wedge heel, but they were all sandals. Never, not. I don't think I outside of sneakers. I don't think I ever really wore closed-in shoes. At least nothing I can remember. But that's so long ago. So long ago. I figured I might as well work on this waistband. I was gonna frog it and then just work on a hat. But I was like, nope, 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 nope. I have gone too far to frog anything, so I might as well keep going. Never really had sneakers as a kid. Yeah. Um, well, because of PE, that's why. But I don't usually. Other than that, I would just wear flip flops and sandals. And couldn't stand PE. Still don't like that. Not in the world. Okay, this is no. I'm not gonna be watching that. I don't have FX anyway. Oh, they keep combining all of these shows with all of these streaming platforms. Like now, tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow. One of the playoffs games will be on Prime. And then they had playoffs game that were on Peacock and Netflix and all of them. This is so crazy. Now, I don't know what the palm reader has to do with anything. Oh, crazy. Took a dedicated police officer to solve 2 cases. 2 cases. Yes, it is very interesting. That was my wannabe private investigator. But it's so overwhelming. Try to find out all this stuff. Yeah, Wild Cards on Prime. I watch it because the Chicago Bears haven't done anything in a long time. I'm like shocked that they're in there, and they're playing against their nemesis. I am missing all of my Abbott Elementary. It's recorded. I just haven't had time to watch it. I need to watch it. I love Abbott Elementary. It's like the funniest. And I don't watch a whole lot of. I think, and I like um Tumble. Let me see. What's the name of this show? Oh my goodness, it's about cheerleaders. I don't even know who the lady is that is the lead of the show, but her accent just cracks me up. Is it Tumble, Stumble? I can't even remember the name of the show, but it's a comedy, and it's funny, very funny. Only person that's in the show that I know is um, that she has that high pitched voice. I can't even think of her name right now. But all the other people, I don't know who they are, but they're funny. It's a good comedy. I tried to watch DMV, but I didn't. Um, I don't even think I have it set to record. I just catch it here and there. Oh, Miami. Miami's going to the to the big game. What is that? Is that it from my television? I mean, from the laptop? I don't know. All right, here comes the detective. Goodness, that's the same thing. One of the other crime shows I watched, this guy, and they used DNA, and they had to eliminate his brother. There was three brothers, and the brother that they interviewed, if you ever saw it, he had his cat just like all over the place, and he was real calm about it. And another middle-aged man, married, children, life went on. I was like, I think, well, like, yeah, that's why I watch him, because I know people do crazy things, and somehow they block it out. But the way he unlived that young girl on that other show, that had to have bothered him. It would have bothered me. And they hardly ever um, talk. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Then I watched one of the Dateline shows with the young man that did he. Let me see. Now I gotta think. I can't remember if he killed his parents or had someone else to do it. Well, the father passed. The father was, but the mom wasn't. I think he had somebody else to do it. All for money. All for money. And his girlfriend, no, I think she was his wife. She got away with it, but he got a ridiculous amount of time. And now he's in prison, no wife. His mom has cut ties, which I would have too. I don't think I could have just been okay with that. It's a hard pill to swallow. That's how I wonder about Rob Reiner's children, if if how they're going to deal with their brother. That was a very, very sad situation. Very sad. All right. So he thought the police officer was from San Francisco. So who did he kill in San Francisco? This is my question. How you sit there for 2 hours with the police officer and never once ask what what did I do? Who did I do? Well, nothing. 2 hours. Well, because he did it. He knows. What is this? Hmm. He lived 40 years later. He's being picked up. Yeah, I guess you living in Hawaii. You think after all these years you got away with it. Someone's always searching for the truth. But I can't imagine talking to a police officer for 2 hours. If you're going to pretend that you didn't do anything, the first thing you want to know who, what, where, when, because we already know the how. I don't know. That's a very long time to be sitting with police officers and not asking questions. Did I check this? I don't think I checked it. So if that was 40 years, he's got to be like 70 years old. Well, I don't know how old he was when he committed it, but he looks like he's in his 70s. Deborah always wears some of the strangest outfits. I thought that was a very good one. Did not one I could figure out. Of course, I couldn't figure it out. But boy, 40 years later, that's a long time. He went into the military and everything. Went to Hawaii to live in Hawaii. Now he's in California. And probably that's where he'll be until his last breath. But he's lived a good life. Definitely lived a good life. Anywho. All right. Well, I thank you all for joining me for another Crochet and Crime night. And I'll be back Friday for another one. If there's one on. Should be. Because the whoever Miami's playing, I think they played today, so I think it's Oregon. I don't know who it is. They're going to play somebody. But the championship game is on a Tuesday. No, Monday. I think it's on a Monday. Yeah, on a Monday. Anyway, well, I hope you all have a good rest of your night. And I will see you on the next one. Everybody stay safe. Keep crocheting. Bye-bye.